All we know is what the Democrats said. All we know is what Joe Biden said. All we know is what Kamala Harris said. All we know is what the pastor said, what Big Mama said, what the bishop said, what these pastors said, but we don't know what the Lord said.
On Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had to 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge.
You know, because of our leaders, because of the Christian church, because of the pastors, we don't know what's coming, you understand? Because of terrible leadership telling us to vote, to be a Democrat, to be independent, to be into politics, we don't know what's coming. Your pastor, these pastors led black people so far up the white man's behind, we can't even smell what's coming. Well, guess what? World War III is coming. Civil War is coming. We don't know the problems that we are about to face coming, you understand? There are more problems coming than crack that's in our neighborhoods. There are more problems coming than bad school systems and terrible teachers coming. There's more problems that black people are going to face. And these leaders are not preparing black people. These leaders are not preparing the Latinos. These leaders are not preparing the Native Americans. But in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are preparing our people for civil war. We're preparing our people for famine. We're preparing our people from the destruction of all of these other nations. Come into the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge and learn who you are. It's absolutely important to know who you are. You got Jeremiah 17:5 for me, Yacht? Go ahead and read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord.
It said, so saith the Lord. It's absolutely imperative to know what the Lord said. All we know is what the Democrats said. All we know is what Joe Biden said. All we know is what Kamala Harris said. All we know is what the pastor said, what Big Mama said, what the bishop said, what these pastors said, but we don't know what the Lord said.
Right.
Why don't we know why? Because we busy in the Christian church. We busy following after our oppressor. We busy trying to be Democrats. The Lord said what?
Thus saith the Lord.
So saith the Lord.
Cursed be the man.
It said what?
Cursed be the man.
The Lord said, cursed be the man. There's a way a curse looks like. A curse is a bad condition. A curse is a negative condition. It's the way we are living. And the Lord is about to identify what this specific curse looks like. Right here. The Lord said what?
Cursed be the man.
The Lord said, cursed be the man.
That trusteth in man.
Said what?
That trusteth in man.
The Lord said, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. That right there is a sign of a curse. When you are so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you trust in the Democratic Party, if you trust in America, if you trust in Kamala Harris, if you trust in Joe Biden, if you trust in the Democrats, that is a sign of a curse. No other nation or race of people depend on the strength or depend in their trust in another race of people.
That's right.
The Chinese don't depend on America.
Right.
The East Indians don't depend on America. The Africans, over 50-something countries in Africa, they are not depending on our oppressor. They are not depending on America. They have their own government. So why don't we? Why don't we, black man? Why don't we, Native American man? Why don't we, Latino man? The Lord said what?
Cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
We are not supposed to trust in America. You understand? And allow me to break this down real quick. There is so much division that comes with politics. There's so much severance that comes with being a Democrat. You understand how evil voting is? When we decide to vote, when we decide to be a Democrat, when we decide to be in politics, it divides us as a people. Not all black people are Democrats. Not all black people want to vote. Not all black people care. Now you got a portion of black people fighting another portion of black people just because of the political party they decide to align their views with. That's called division. We were never supposed to divide ourselves amongst each other, but that was by design. Our oppressor designed that, and he used the pastors, he used the bishops, he used the deacons, he used the evangelists to teach us how to be divided amongst each other when we were never supposed to be. We have to stop being a Democrat. We have to stop being independent. We have to stop being a part of the Republican Party. We have to stop trusting America because that's imperative, because so saith the Lord. Go ahead.
And maketh flesh his arm.
It said what?
And maketh flesh his arm.
When you make flesh your arm, the flesh is talking about America. The flesh is talking about the Democrats. The flesh is talking about the Republicans. The flesh is talking about the U.S. Army. It's talking about the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Marines, the U.S. Air Force, the Coast Guard, the National Guard. It said what?
And maketh flesh his arm.
That arm is talking about your power and your strength. We were never supposed to make that our power. We were never supposed to depend on America to be our power, to be our strength, to give us support. It was supposed to be the Lord's priest who is supposed to support blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But your pastor never taught you that. You understand? The pastor is supposed to be the shepherd who leads the sheep. And you can't even depend on your pastor to defend you. You can't depend on your bishops or your deacons to defend you. But I pray that you understand that you can depend on Commanding General Yohana, who is under Christ, who is under God, to defend you. I promise you that. Go ahead.
And whose heart departeth from the Lord.
This is how your heart departs from you. This is how your heart departs from the Most High. You think you talking to God. We think we having a conversation and a personal relationship with God, and you having a heart-to-heart with the Most High. Well, if you are a Democrat, if we become Republicans, we depart from the Lord. That's what the Bible said.